Hi, my name is Will and welcome to the Distorted Transmission for today. I'm talking to Wanaka-based rock band Powder Chutes. How are you guys?
Great,
Doing
yeah.
good.
Who's who and who does what?
All right, okay, I'll start. I'm Otis and I'm the bassist.
My name's Henry. I'm the singer.
My name's Archie and I play the drums.
We've got Clark, but he's away. He's our lead guitarist.
All right, cool. So the basic history of the band, like when did you guys start? How long has the sort of the main core of the band been together, that kind of thing?
So we've all been playing together for quite a few years, but I think we've been as a whole, us four, probably 3 years.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Archie, Clark, and I were the OGs, and then we got Otis later on. So we've been together for about 5 years as well, like the other three. But then Otis came along, which was real good.
So the band sort of formed about 5 years ago. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say that.
Cool. All right. So to be honest, I was pressed for time to do all the background research, and the amount of links and things you've done simply overwhelmed the time I had available. In short, according to my rough digging, you had an EP released early 2022 called Sweet Noise Pollution. You have released a new track, Moths to the Flame, in May this year, as well as opening for the 2023 Gibston Summer Concert in Queenstown, which had a variety of international acts on the bill. You supported the Feelers and played with Pull Down the Sun at Christchurch's Rolling Stone Bar, according to your bio. Is that all correct?
Yeah. All pretty cool gigs we've done. Very, very enjoyable. Yeah, totally.
How did you get hold of all of those sort of opportunities?
Persistence and stuff. We just, ask around as many people as we can and just try and get whatever gigs we can. And then, the more you play, the more, I suppose, the spotlight you get, like more people notice what you're doing.
Yeah, keep nagging people.
Yeah, we've always kind of gone behind the play the best gig you can as well. Like, you never know who will be watching. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of the times there's been people at our gigs that have gone you guys were sick.
Yeah, pop in a quick word.
You might only have 10 people at a gig, but one person can change it all.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's how we got on the bill with Gibson Valley, because there was a guy from Rock Formation, which is like a local
sort of music promotional
community thing.
Yeah,
and they liked us. And, yeah,
and it was pretty awesome. We found out we were playing there as well. That was probably a highlight, definitely in the last couple of years, anyway.
How many people were in the audience?
Oh, for Gibson, I think it was about 18,000 or something like that. It was pretty massive. So definitely a
Biggest
highlight.
gig.
Yeah.
Awesome. What was the Feelers like? Did you play like a tour that went around the country, or did you just play local stuff, or what did you do there?
we only played one gig with them in their tour in Oamaru. It was
Yeah.
Oamaru
at the Oamaru Club.
It was like the
District Club.
or something like that. Yeah, that was really cool.
That was it. Yeah, that was actually a real cool gig. It was
in a smaller space, enclosed. It was a bit more intimate with the crowd, but it was really like the gear. Some of the gear the Feelers had was pretty crazy as well. Like, and we got to meet a couple of them and things like that as well, which was really cool. Just to seeing people that have been in the industry for so long, seeing getting their advice and stuff like that.
I was sort of wondering about sort of like being based in Wanaka, like what kind of opportunities would be available for a band who's sort of from there? Do you have to travel further afield quite often to play shows?
Yeah, definitely. There's a few local bars that we really sort of stuck our nose in and get to play in every now and then. But yeah, majority of our gigs are played outside of Wanaka, just because of how little music there is here sometimes. Small town vibes and things like that. Yeah.
And we still have our roadie parents as well that have to take us around because we can't all drive yet. And
yeah.
What's the kind of average age of the band?
17.
Well, Otis is 16, and then the rest of us are turning 18 this year.
And you've been around for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the band actually end of primary school was when the first formation was around.
About sort of end of year 6.
Yeah.
Archie, Clark and I and this other guy that we knew, Harry, we had a band then.
Rock on the school hall.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All right, cool. So what are you planning for the rest of the year? Because you've done quite a bit already. So what's the plans for the rest of it?
Would really like to get an album recorded by the end of the year.
That's our big goal. just to get an album some stage coming up.
Yeah, we've got nothing big planned. Just the odd like bar gig.
We've got a couple of gigs coming up.
They're still fun.
Yeah.
Tell us about the gigs first off.
The gigs we've got coming up, we're playing at Bar Rhyme and Reason, which is a local sort of brewery with a rapper named Big Simmer. So it should be pretty good. And then we got another one over the hill in Queenstown at Zephyr Bar with another couple of local bands. I'm not sure about the date on that one, but yeah, they're all coming up, and I suppose you can find out on our Instagram or whatever. Yeah.
You've already done an EP.
Yeah.
How much material have you already got together? And how would you actually go about recording an album? Do you record a lot of stuff at home, or what's the plan there?
I'd say, well, we've got quite a lot of material already.
In the
We've probably got
works.
Yeah, we've got a lot in the works. We're definitely writing a lot.
But we recorded at a previously we've recorded at a studio called Studio Sublime.
It's the sick studio, like in the middle of nowhere. It's in Kurau, but it's like probably 20 minutes out of Kurau. And it's just in this like wool shed. It's been
in a converted wool shed. It's turned into this awesome studio space. It's like got all this old antique gear in it and stuff. And like, yeah, it's just such a cool place. And the people there, shout out to Steve and Tom and the rest of the crew there. When we did record, it's such an awesome experience.
Did you record Moss to the Flame there?
Yeah.
That was an exceptionally good recording.
Thank you.
Not that I'm saying that a wool shed in the middle of nowhere wouldn't necessarily be able to release really top quality music, but I mean, it was as good as any of the sort of like top tier studios in New Zealand. It sounded great.
Yeah. They definitely know what they're doing there, 100%.
So what's the plan? You're gonna like maybe just sort of collate a whole bunch of songs and then just go in there and smash them out? Is that the goal?
Money's another thing as well, getting funding for it. So it's another thing we've got to work towards. But basically once we think we're ready, I think we'll just get on down and do as much as we can till we can get it finished. And yeah, it should be pretty good, hopefully.
I'm impressed that you guys are only about 16 or 17 years old. You've already released an EP last year, and so you'd have been 15 when you released that EP. So well done. What about influences then? Influences in songwriting. How do you like formulate your music?
We all go from like jazz and like indie to like
Heavy
death
hard rock,
metal,
yeah.
like all that kind of
We've
stuff.
our taste is pretty broad. Yeah. Well, why don't we just
is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Make some music.
Yeah, I'd say we're really influenced by New Zealand rock though.
Yeah,
like
definitely a big one.
Cora and She Had and Sea Mouse.
He's a friend of ours, that we've played with before.
From Wellington. Yep.
Yeah.
We really like Sea Mouse. So
yeah, and we all have our Highly Suspect is a big influence of ours, as well as like Royal Blood and
Bad Flower.
There's a few others that we're really sort of take inspiration from when we're writing. And in terms of writing, we sort of most of the time Clark sort of comes up with our guitarist comes up with a riff or something that he likes, and he'll come to us and be like, oh, what do you think of this? And then it basically, a song will expand out from there. We sort of build on it, what parts we like and don't like, and then I'll put the lyrics on top and sort of go to these guys about anything that, I think's good, and if they think's not good, it's pretty collaborative, I'd say.
I've just thought up a new question, and I might throw this question out to people in the future during my interviews. It's a good one. What is the weak point of your band?
I would
The
say
weak point.
for sure it's like organization.
Yeah, like time management, I reckon. We're
I'd
pretty,
say that
practicing.
for sure.
pretty
but
unorganized most of the time, but we seem to get there in the end.
we get by, but
yeah.
What is the strong point of your band?
Oh, I think we're really good at like reading each other, especially when we're on stage playing. Like we're pretty good at sort of almost anticipating what like if something goes wrong on stage. A lot of the time, we're good at sort of playing it off if we can. Yeah, and that's the thing.
I also think we really enjoy playing the music, so we practice lots and
Just in our own time.
I would like to think that our live sounds pretty tight. Like,
yeah, I much prefer playing our music live than
Yeah.
our music recorded.
yeah,
Good answers. Good answers for questions that were straight off my cuff. So well done. Are your audiences sort of like affected by tourism?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you
definitely,
definitely could say that actually.
we definitely like come winter time when all the skiers and snowboarders come in. That's like seems to be when our best gigs are in
Yeah.
Wanaka, because all the pubs are just like, you know, at
Chocker.
race ski, everyone's
Yeah.
gone for a piss up after a ski. So
Going down to the pub for a few beers.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, what's this gig we've seen coming up? Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't think we have too much more to talk about, but I always ask bands if they have anything they'd like to add at the end of the interview. So now's your opportunity.
Yeah, I think Powder Chutes really like to say thanks to everyone who's given us these opportunities, and thank you, Distorted Transmission, for having us. It's been good fun.
Yeah, thanks to everyone that's checked out our socials and Spotify and everything. Our video on YouTube as well. Been heaps of support with that sort of stuff. So keep it up, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, if you want to find us as well, we're on pretty much any platform like Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Bandcamp, you know, all the music, pretty much all the music things. If you want to find out more, you can check out our main social media, which is Instagram and Facebook, and they will lead you to a website that has pretty much everything you got to know about us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, best of luck going forwards, and yeah, maybe I'll see you maybe up in Auckland sometime doing a show supporting somebody or whatever.
Sweet, awesome. Thank you so
Cheers,
much.
Thank you.
And say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, everybody.
See you later.
Adios, amigo.
And thanks for watching.